And on to this story now as we give you rolling coverage on the International Financial Action Task Force, which has opted to grey list South Africa after flagging that the country was being monitored back since October 2021. To unpack the story further, I'm joined by the Managing Director of the Banking Association of South Africa, Bongi Kunene. Ms. Kunene, thank you very much for joining us this evening. There's been a lot of work that we've seen being done by the association, by the FSCA, the Reserve Bank, National Treasury, to bring this grey listing to actually derail it, but it hasn't become the case. Now, it's really tough to find out what went wrong. But earlier on, we spoke to the acting DG of National Treasury, and he explained the impact of this particular decision, with the banking sector being impacted and actually contributing 23% to the country's GDP in the 2021-2022 financial year. This is a blow to the financial sector in South Africa.
Well, this outcome that we got today was not unexpected. The Minister of Finance gave an indication of where we are going, and we've been working to stop the grey listing since 2021, and it is a national effort. I must add that we were assisted greatly by the fact that the coordination led by National Treasury covered all sectors, and it culminated in the work that was taken to Parliament and the amendments to the laws that were made. So what is short now is the experience of the crime-fighting part of where we were assessed. So this outcome we're getting is not as bad as one would want to paint it, because all that it is speaking to is our experience. We don't have demonstrable track record of anti-financial crime fighting and resolving all of those issues in courts.
Does this actually mean that South Africa is seen as a playing ground for criminals and it could be seen as a playing ground for terrorism financing, because basically the monitoring demands actually that there be prosecution when it comes to the money laundering and terrorism financing? This is something that is really hard to comprehend in terms of how easy it is to illegally move money in and out of South Africa across borders.
Well, speaking to the financial system, I've got to say that South Africa has always been held at the highest regard possible. That's because we are integrated to the international financial architecture. So the result that came out today says, show us more proof points of what you do when you are handling suspicious issues. And from the banking side, we have plenty of those proof points. Last year alone, 2022, we submitted 260,000 suspicious transactions to the Financial Intelligence Center. And we have been working together with the authorities in the criminal justice system to understand different aspects of financial crime. So we need just to drill down and work harder to provide assistance to each other in such a way that when there is reporting of financial crime, it is swiftly brought to justice. And when it's been brought to justice, prosecution must result in an outcome that proves beyond doubt that South Africa's legal system is able to tackle the problems, because we know that we can identify the problems.
Of those 260,000 instances of suspected money laundering and other suspected crimes, can you tell us, if you are aware, how many were brought to book, how many were finalized, and the work that has been done since then?
No, it works in a way that we have a format that banks comply with. So when a transaction is suspicious, it doesn't necessarily mean that a crime has been committed. It means that it is irregular and it doesn't conform to what you were expecting. So of those, you may find that there were instances where a deposit reached the mark and we needed to report that deposit. And where there is real crime, it is then up to the intelligence and crime-fighting agencies to drill down on the analytics that we've given them and follow up.
Bongi Kunene, thank you very much for your time. Bongi, as you are aware, is the MD of the Banking Association of South Africa. This sector also impacted, as you will see now in the markets today, with all the banking stocks down between 2% and 3.5%, taking down the entire JSE with it.